team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Love to pass. And his first look is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's complete to Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they're a confident bunch, and they're going to need to be. They're facing a group here that is seeking a 5th consecutive victory.
And this head coach knows all about motivational tactics. He was touting his unit all week saying, we've got locker room full of guys ready to step up, ready to go. And he believes that.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Strip that.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Love's throw caught by Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Love. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. Finding room to the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Rosas good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. It's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Dillon will score. Touchdown, Packers. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for the offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing. Love. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. Touchdown! A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Jones. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Love looking to throw it. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A give to Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Love now. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
the detail of this situation here. Third and long coming up, down near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And that will be incomplete.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. The give is to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11 now. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll roll him out right. Space to run past the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Rosas' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's letting this one go for Fuller. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's 2nd and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll try the left side. Logan. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 8 coming up. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line has to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Sanders is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, it's Logan. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check 26, 52.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Love's throw into the hands of Hooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but then that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He's going to try and do this himself. He'll pitch it back. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down now, it's Logan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. 3 quarters have come. Gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Porter. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
My, oh my, they've had had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
To throw is Perkins. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Sanders' kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win. The pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12, and it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Salvon Ahmed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's it hit?
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 23, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the penalty, it's Jones. couple up to about the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Love. Eluding the pressure right. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Jarrett Davis able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
In your face.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing is Perkins. Rolling to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Love from the gun. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 56.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message?
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side.
And got his man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.